Fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off at checkout at c4energy.com. On Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the widest array of content here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're the first to know when new episodes are available. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Roundtable.
Why am I the only one wearing them?
I knew you were going to say that.
You need to turn it down just a tick.
I don't know how.
In your settings, Amy. Yeah, she took the headphones off when I was giving her the instructions.
I heard you. I'm pissed.
Just like my wife. When I go to talk, that's when she puts earplugs in or whatever. So
better.
Yeah. Amy's late for the gaming session.
I'm ready for takeoff.
Yeah. All right, guys. So what's up? We have Elise and Corey and Kenneth already in the chat, which is awesome. It's been a couple weeks because I was suffering burnout last week and coming back from MFC and came back to an explosion at work. So other than that, everything's been cool.
You crushed it out there, though.
Yeah, I got 6 more mini docs coming out over the next few days, which are really fun because they're super compressed, 10 to 15 minutes, easy to jump in and view and be done in 10, 15 minutes, but got really good content there. Made my own little media room in the concession area. Since I didn't have a media room, I made my own.
I liked the Veronica episode. That was good.
Yeah. She's so cool. And her perspective on everything was so cool. Yeah. If you're an average Joe CrossFitter who has goals to be more, like, it's a great one to watch because her mindset is awesome. So, Corey killed it too. Just so you know, Charlie, you've got some work to do. Corey won an event and took a second.
Charlie, you're on mute. Get it together.
He won what event? What was this event? Limbo?
It was called Triple Threat. Knowing Charlie would have been in the second set, hands on knees, bent over with his wife yelling from the side, like, "Get it together, Charlie."
Only hands
it was
on knees.
It was the chipper.
Yeah, that's true. He'd be twerking. Hey, did you work out today, Charles?
I did.
Okay. You did Nasty Girls?
And I did the workout.
Did you do muscle ups?
I did. It wasn't pretty.
That's all right.
They're up there.
That's all right.
I've been doing them in like 3 years. So it was good times.
Yeah, I just got back from a run. Murph and I went for a 5-miler.
So nice.
But hold on. We buried the story here on what Corey was doing.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
So I did the workout. It was stupid. I hate front rack lunges with a passion. Single arm front rack lunges. I would rather do overhead any day of the week.
Same. We've been doing a lot of lunging. We're getting a lot of complaints.
I came home and I took a 40-minute nap.
Okay.
And here we are. Because I'm off today. I don't have to work.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So that made that nice.
That's why it took you forever to respond to our text.
Yeah, I was sleeping in today.
Okay. I just thought you were ignoring us.
No, I didn't get up till after 9.
I had my 5th job interview today.
Yeah, for the same place or
same job? Yes.
That's too many.
5 interviews.
spite of, the gremlins trying to keep me from getting a job and
Yeah.
hecking me on LinkedIn, yeah, I'm pretty much through the interview process for this remote job, which is going to be awesome. 100%.
Wow.
Like the people that I interviewed with one was in Utah, one was in Orlando, one was in New York, one was in Connecticut, and one was in Texas. That would be my team. Like, mind blowing. Everybody's everywhere. So yeah, I'm not going to give any details. Who knows?
Nope. Don't. Nope. Good luck.
But, for right now, yeah, 5 interviews. I had a hiring manager, and then 3 people that were sort of direct linked to the role, and then an HR person.
Mhm.
Giving up the gym or just cutting back on the gym. Trying to make the gym profitable. It's still not profitable. Trying to afford the gym right now by getting another job. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, that's a good segue into our guest on Friday, which I haven't even got to tell you guys about, is Austin Malialo.
Okay.
11 a.m. on Friday, director of affiliates. Kat, I would love if you could be on that call because as an affiliate owner, I'm sure you have 11 a.m. Eastern time on Friday.
I'll make it a priority. Oh no,
And
I'm on an airplane. I'm going to Cozumel. Sorry. I'll be in Mexico. Darn it. I mean, not darn it, but darn it. Yeah, I leave Friday for a week.
Okay.
I'll listen as soon as I get off the plane, though.
Well, if you have any questions for him, send them to me.
We'll go to Mexico instead.
Wi-Fi. Actually, I'm flying Spirit. I probably won't get Wi-Fi, but I was going to say I would listen on the plane. What'd you say, Im?
We'll go to Mexico instead.
I'll stay home and be on the interview. Yeah.
Enjoy your folding chair on your way there.
Enjoy my what?
Your folding chair from Spirit.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
You probably have to pay to have a seat. Otherwise, it's standing room.
Yeah. Yep. It'll be my first Spirit experience, so we'll see how it goes. But guys, I need this vacation, so I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I've flown Spirit one time, and I told myself I would never fly it again.
Yeah.
Because every tick, there's like an extra cost.
Yeah. It was originally booked under Frontier, and then got the phone call from the travel agent that said, like, oh, everything's good to go, except we changed your flight to Spirit because, it worked better with your return flight. You weren't gonna be able to get the ferry in time from the island to the mainland to get your return flight. So we had to change it to Spirit. And I'm like, okay. I mean, not that Frontier's any better, but we'll see.
Yeah. Elise says that she's the owner and manager and coach at Redow Garage. If you need me to jump on, that's how Kat started.
It's true.
But does your garage have a rope that goes into the ceiling?
Probably not. Mine did.
Because Kat did.
Mm-hmm. Wall balls and rope climbs. That was cool.
Teach how to go strict because you can't lean back in that hole.
This is true.
Oops, that's totally true.
Corey says, get in the spirit of paying fees for everything.
Yeah, facts.
Well, do you guys want to hear the price tag for this trip? So it's an all-inclusive, 4-star hotel or whatever resort, all-inclusive, 6 days, 7 nights, plus airfare from Philly. Less than $1,600 for 2.
It's pretty good.
Per person or per 2?
Total.
It's going to be, I can't wait to find out.
It's either going to be amazing or the worst experience ever.
You have to tell me offline where this place is. Don't say it here, because
yeah, I will. I'll give you the link. Corey's like, what? I know. I may never make it to the island, but we'll see.
What, Zombie? Congrats.
Yeah, he has been a member. He was our first ever member of the channel, and he has hit the 1-year anniversary. That is freaking awesome.
Hey.
And I think I get my Christine Kohlenbrander card tomorrow.
Very cool.
According to tracking. It is pink and it's scented.
Scented like
What?
what?
I don't know. I,
It's not one of these Gwyneth Paltrow things, is it?
What was the name of
No.
that workout today, too?
nasty girl.
It smell like before or after a workout.
That's the surprise, man.
Oh.
He says, "Don't ask, Charlie."
I think it will smell like Fritos.
Fritos?
Yeah.
Like dog paws.
Yep. Dog paws.
It's the best smell ever.
It totally does. Speaking of you guys.
No.
I'm in the process of trying to adopt a second dog.
Oh, is this still happening?
Oh yeah, I had my virtual home visit,
Nice.
and then even the lady was like, "This dog really does sound like it's the perfect fit for you." So, meanwhile, this is what I told Scott: if we meet the dog and it's a good fit, we're gonna keep it. If it's not a good fit, I won't pursue other dogs right now.
Okay, that's fair. And you'll know. I mean, you won't want to take a dog that's not a good fit. So
Yeah.
you'll be sincere about that.
Yes, that's true. Because I don't. If it's not the right fit for anybody, I don't want to cause more stress.
Yeah,
so.
you'll be miserable.
Yeah. But he's really cute, so I'm hoping.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, one of my dogs has like a raging ear infection, so I'm taking her tomorrow. It's a dog I don't currently live with, but I'm going to pick her up and spend the day with her.
Yeah, is it like a? Yeah. It's just like their ears get so hot, like you know what I mean.
He's like shaking them constantly, and I get a little update from her GPS thing. It's like a Fitbit for dogs. It's called a Whistle, and it like her score was like 50 this week, and it's out of 100. And normally it's like in the 70s or 80s. So I sent a text to my ex and was like, "What's going on with the dog?" And he's like, "I think she has an ear infection." I said, "Oh, I need to see her."
Yeah.
Yeah, we dog sat all weekend, and you can hear it in my sinuses.
Oh no!
For sprinkles?
No.
Oh.
A friend of ours. Yeah, it's just a friend from Pennsylvania that moved here a long time ago. We babysat their dog. Sweetest dog in the world. Like,
Did Walter have a good time?
Yeah, they got along really well. But she's like really laid back, so opposite of Walter. Like, that's the dog I was hoping for. You know, but I got the methed out, strung out Walter White.
Crack a dog.
So yeah.
Before
I
dog
forget
ate a
to
whole block of Gouda if you need him.
A block of Gouda?
He's gonna be all stopped up. Or not.
First of all, they shouldn't have even. First of all, what do you even have Gouda at your house
I was
for?
gonna say, what are you doing with a whole block of Gouda?
She still eats
chili. Yeah, I don't know. Some chili stuff that I don't bother with.
Sounds amazing.
But it was there, and then it was not.
That dog.
That's
all that training.
My my sheepadoodle dog, she's in the habit now. I take her out back. There's like some common area in the back, and I take her and I throw the frisbee for her, and it wears her out completely. She goes like 1,000 miles an hour, and will chase the frisbee 8 or 9 times before she like passes out. But now she's getting in the habit of rubbing her face in deer shit. Like there's deer all back there. And anytime like she wanders off and starts to sniff the ground, I'm like, no, get back here. And she just rolls in it, and she just gets it all over her neck and face. So I ended up bathing her like once a day. It's so annoying.
That's weird. Charlie does that too.
I hate that dogs do that. Not all dogs do it, but she like really enjoys it.
You know what I'm looking forward to this weekend is it's fall break. So Natalie's coming home this weekend.
Oh, good.
So
that's
already
fun.
Yeah.
You were just here last week.
Well, that was just a quick. That wasn't a planned trip.
We had parents' weekend this weekend, and I went to the tailgate in the rain and the cold for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Daughter, who I see all the time anyway. Like I'm taking her tonight to go shopping. She needs a business casual outfit for some business presentation that she's making in like less than 24 hours. And of course she told me right now that she needs to go and get something. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing tonight.
Well, before I forget, tomorrow is Prime Big Deal Days.
Mm.
C4.
C4 is going to put some stuff up tomorrow on discount. You can go to the landing page from our Instagram account to drop in there starting tomorrow and take advantage of those big deal days. Just wanted to get that out before we forgot.
No, that's good. Good reminder.
Speaking of big deals, tell us about the big deal podium people from Masters Fitness Collective.
Which age group?
And, I mean, any of our listeners, like,
of our people.
Yeah.
So we followed 8 of our listeners last weekend. 4 of them won. 1 tied for the win, but lost the tiebreaker, so took second. So 5 podiums out of 8 athletes. The winners being Leanne Greer, Jamie, Rudy, and Jim Pieper. And then Dan Church won, tied for the win, but lost the tiebreaker and took second. So
what was the tiebreaker?
it was most wins.
Mm.
Whoever
Like
had the
event
most wins. Yeah, from the weekend.
So after your assessment of seeing Corey work out, what do you think would be if Corey and Charlie went head to head? What would be?
He hasn't got to see me.
You're right. Scott hasn't seen you work out for a long time, but what do you think would be like Corey's event win, and like what would Charlie's event win be? Like what movements?
So
is there an event on sarcasm?
if I'm being brutally honest.
Okay.
I had a sarcasm once.
Brutally honest. Corey has a really good engine and is really good at a lot of different things. Barbell cycling, high skill movements. It would be max lift. I think Charlie could get him. And body weight movements like the squats, the push-ups, the pull-ups. Oh yeah, and Corey's crossovers are atrocious.
For real?
Atrocious.
Sorry, just the way you said it and he replied.
Atrocious. They are, yeah, of all the athletes I saw over the weekend, Corey's were the worst.
Awesome.
So that's
high praise.
Yeah, he took dead last in the event with the crossovers because he could not get to the ski erg because his crossovers were so bad.
Oh, good. Okay, I was going to ask if you've been practicing them then, Corey. That's good.
It was such a dumpster fire.
Interesting fact.
They were worse than the 3 of us in the hotel gym at the games.
No.
2 years ago.
Okay, but Corey, how's your executive functioning otherwise? Because I always say that doing crossovers is a great way to also engage executive functioning because you are crossing your midline.
Mm.
So maybe we need to work on that.
So here's Corey's problem.
Okay.
Corey, when he crosses over and he comes back, he lifts his one arm so high. I don't know why you have to do this on a crossover.
Because he's like, let me tell you something.
Get up over it.
That's great.
Yeah. It was bad.
We should do an event where we're all in our garage gyms practicing crossovers together on a show.
I like that. Let's do that.
Okay.
We're talking singles, right? Because like doubles, we sort of have reverted back to just a single, right? A single jump and then a crossover. What we were trying at the games was a single double, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we were even better.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying, Scott?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Way
sorry.
better. Corey, I was trying to summon magic.
Yeah. Corey, you'll get there. You can do muscle ups. That's amazing.
He was amazing the rest of the weekend. It was like, because he took a first, he took a second, I think a couple top fives, and then that was a dead last. So if he doesn't take a dead last in that, he's probably like 5th overall.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good job, Corey.
Charlie, you better practice them tomorrow.
Did you crossovers? I have those.
Okay. I'm going to film you.
Yeah.
If it's not on the prescription, I'm not doing it.
So let's talk about Rogue. When's that happening?
Well, I have something before Rogue real quick. Did you see it was announced today about who's going to program CrossFit.com?
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun,
Ben
dun,
Smith?
dun.
Is it Ben Smith?
Ben Smith.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the next 2 weeks, Ben Smith will be programming CrossFit.com. And they're doing this 2 weeks of a celebrity, 2 weeks back to the normal person,
A celebrity.
and 2 weeks of a celebrity. So on for a year to try it out. And so it's been Dave Castro.
Does anybody actually follow?
It's been Adrian Bosman and Ben Smith. Those are now the three that have done the programming for .com.
Nice.
What was that, Charlie?
Do they still sell the one they were trying to sell?
Cap?
Yeah.
It's free.
It's actually
for
free
affiliate
to affiliate owners.
Does this count into that? Or is that something different?
It's completely different.
No, this is the main site. So like what the original programming of CrossFit ever was.
And it's
We don't know if
it's
anybody
a way
uses
to
it.
get it back to being popular again, I think. It kind of has fallen off as something that people follow, but your 2023 champion follows CrossFit.com programming 85% of the time.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. That's crazy. Jeff Adler. And does the zone diet. Kind of.
Yeah.
Zone.
And does 3 days on, 1 day off religiously.
Yeah. So there you have it. I'm gonna be curious to know though, like, does it have its benefits with a guest programmer doing it every other 2 weeks? Because now are you really getting what like CrossFit's putting out there? Now I know CrossFit looks at the workouts before they're released, but essentially you're getting a different stimulus, a different ideology, everything. So is it going to have the same effect it used to have?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, according to, the experts, like I've heard Jason Ackerman say this and other people that even people will get fit even with bad programming.
Huh?
Yeah.
Not saying that Ben Smith's is bad, but
Yeah,
that consistency of 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off kind of a thing, someone might consider that to be not suboptimal.
Yeah, I mean, Ackerman said on her show, like even doing bad CrossFit is better than
Not
most.
doing it. Right.
Yeah, but I'm saying for like the Jeff Adlers of the world, the reason he did it was to kind of get some of those not typical movements like odd objects, things like that, to be able to practice those in the off season. You're probably not going to get that from Ben Smith that you would from the staff at HQ.
Right. Maybe that's a reason why they're doing it too. I mean, do we know when people start and stop? So we know when like the regular guy's doing it versus the guest guy.
It's every 2 weeks.
So you can still get hints from like new movements and things like that based on studying main site.
Sure.
There you go. Thanks, Corey. I knew it was somebody important.
Rogue.
Yeah.
We're still a couple weeks out from that.
Is anyone going?
No. a bunch of athletes that are really fit are going. I'm not going to be able to make it this time.
So I applied. I got approved. I looked at the contract. Like, it's so freaking restricted.
Oh, for
Like, it
media?
just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. You can only shoot 30 seconds of footage for strongman, 30 seconds of footage for CrossFit for the entire weekend.
30 seconds?
30 seconds.
That's one hell of a reel.
And you can't really even shoot anything inside the stadium. Other than they were going to have like a designated area where you could grab people coming off the floor.
They're still the same place, right?
Yeah.
Dell Diamond, whatever, Round Rock.
And when I looked at hotels around the area, it was just, typical where everything's way high and just didn't make any sense to go. We can cover it because it'll be televised.
Mm-hmm.
So, but should be exciting. Tia's coming back.
Yeah,
You guys think she'll do well?
I do.
4 months postpartum.
I do.
Think
I
she's
think so.
showing up if she's not confident that she's going to do well.
What's Mel O'Brien's story? She's
I
still.
don't know. Her and Haley were hanging out.
She's being a teenager, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them with first forms, whatever
Oh yeah, the hot air balloon
getaway thing.
festival. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, even like I saw an interview with Haley, and Haley wouldn't comment on Mal at all.
Mm-hmm.
Is Haley coming back, or is she still in the wind too?
I mean, I guess we won't really know until the Open.
Yeah.
Or Lollapalooza.
Haley said she's coming back.
With
She's training
Mayhem or
now. She's training at Mayhem, but it appears her coach is actually Haley Murillo.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Now, she won't name the coach, but that's from deductive reasoning. That's what a lot of people have come up with.
Wasn't Haley coaching Bethany too? Or
Training
they were
partner with Bethany.
Okay.
And in Pasadena, Haley was at everything Bethany was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So they become pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And Haley just had a baby, right?
Correct. But she's competing at Crash this weekend in the 35 to 39-year-old division.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So it's like 7 degrees of separation from Haley Murillo.
Yeah. Interesting.
And what's funny is what they do for full-time work is they train stuntmen for Hollywood films using CrossFit, which is really cool.
And they're in that like Hollywood scene big time. Or her husband is, at least.
So yeah. But Alexis Raptis withdrew. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yep. But Paige
Beautiful.
is going to take her spot.
The chat's the first place I've seen that confirmed.
Look at Andrew.
I trust Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew probably has his lane assignments already. He probably knows that he's judging her lane.
Yeah.
But yeah, she had. Go ahead.
Rogue, she posted it 3 days ago that Paige is going to be there. Yeah. What Andrew just said 3 days ago.
Andrew, do you know the workouts yet?
I have not seen anything on that at all. Although I really have kind of taken a break from social media over the weekend.
Yeah.
So if it came out this weekend.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, when you know, you tell us.
Just tell us that you know. You don't have to tell us what they are. You can't do that.
Now you can't
Tell
call
us who
friends.
won.
Nobody listens to this thing. It'll be fine.
It was
Well-
crazy. Yeah, that's funny, Corey, that you guys didn't meet. Probably judged you. You don't even know it.
Right.
Well, I'm judging him right now when I get off of here and look at his reel that he just made.
Yeah, I want to see that. Did you guys hear? Not here. Did you see how big? And this is more for Scott. Did you see the size of the scoring team at MFC?
I did not.
So Sue Burton posted on her Facebook because she was the scoring person.
Yep.
She literally had like 7 people doing scoring. Just saying. Amazing.
I will say, because I've been dogging them for a year, they
It was great.
had way more judges than they did last year. They had better, I wouldn't say a full team of like equipment changers, but it was better.
Mhm.
The one thing that I wish I was on the floor for, they actually had, I don't even know how much I should say this, but there was a medical emergency on the floor.
Mhm.
Last year they had one nurse
Right.
that was there. This, I don't know how it got taken care of. It did get taken quickly, and they saved a guy's life.
Oh wow,
Awesome.
that's cool.
Good.
Yeah, they were slim last year on that.
Yeah. So there was actually a cardiac event on the floor.
Was the AED used?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Every fucking gym should have one.
Oh,
No lie.
I'm sorry. I
I
said
did
that.
Right.
not witness it. I did not witness it, so I didn't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah.
But it was taken care of, and I was told that basically the people, the emergency team that showed up, said that they saved the guy's life.
Was it an athlete or a spectator?
An athlete.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, it just seemed like the leadership was on point, and so I'm glad it went really well.
I've been cleared for landing, so I'm going to go ahead and land this plane and bow out here. Okay. I have
Roger.
to go.
Roger
Okay.
that.
I have to go. Bye.
See ya.
But yeah, so like that was probably my biggest concern going in, because last year the medical team was so tiny,
Hmm.
one person tiny.
Yeah.
But I will say they had the floor set up in a way that made more sense this year.
Hmm.
So instead of having back-to-back 10 lane groups on the main rig, it was one 20 lane turned sideways.
Oh, okay.
And then they had the one small floor as you come in the door.
Hmm.
So when you come in, just to let you know, Kat, when you came in the door, athlete area was right to the right immediately now. And then just beyond that was vendor village
Okay.
and activation centers like Normatec boots,
Mm.
all that kind of stuff that they always have, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then right after that was the small floor.
Okay.
Then just beyond that was the big floor, 20 lanes. And the small, I say small floor, it was 20 lanes wide,
Right. Just no rig.
the other direction, and small and not as long of a lane.
Short. Yeah.
And,
So
and
are
then
you
the
talking
main
right from right to left, or left to right?
So as you're coming in the door, the small floor would have been, you would have been on the side,
Mhm.
and it would have gone the whole way to the wall.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
And then you go to-
all the feedback I heard was really positive.
Yeah, there's some little things that still were not great. They didn't make the athletes finish on the finish mat,
Yeah. I heard that's.
which made it from a spectating standpoint impossible to know who won,
Right.
because there were so many close races. And what you'll see in some of the small things we do with like Rudy and Jamie and them, now that they have names, like people were gunning for them every event.
Mhm.
They could say, I beat Rudy Berger
Right.
on an event, right? So
Yeah.
the races were And Rudy even said it was harder than the games for him
Wow.
because people were shooting for him every single event. And it just made it impossible. And Corey says chip timers.
Yeah.
Chip timers I know are an expense, and that's fine.
And a
But
pain in the butt.
it is more that you as a spectator couldn't see who finished first. Make them finish at the mat, and at least you can see like who touches the mat first. Or if
Yeah.
it's so close and they have to go to a stopwatch, at least you know it was that close. Where people end in the middle of the floor and they just stop, it just looked dumb.
Yeah, that's like anticlimactic too, I feel. Yeah,
Yeah.
sprint
And
finish.
so-
I wonder like if was that a conscious decision? Because I'm sure, I mean, somebody on the judging staff had to have been like, hey,
Well, I will tell you that in the rule book, it said must finish at the finish mat.
okay, so they must have just made a game day decision about it. Maybe they didn't come in the order that they, they didn't have any finish mats, or that stinks. Yeah,
Yeah,
chess would have been quicker.
and there were so many close calls. Like
Mhm.
there were so many good races, which is what you want.
Yeah.
But you make it anticlimactic by not knowing who finished.
Yeah, we just put a run to the mat.
So Andrew says that, and he's going to protect his crew, right? But I know for a fact that people were stopping the watch when they were done, even if they made them run to the mat, which then makes it more confusing
Yeah,
because they
then
run
you
to the mat, but the times aren't meshing up with who finished at the mat first. And I even heard the conversations between the judges and the athletes that said, "Oh, don't worry, I stopped the clock when you finished your last rep."
Yeah, I don't know
So
about that.
it was a mess, but that's a simple fix.
Yeah,
You know, what I mean? Like that's a simple fix. Just next year, make everybody finish at the mat.
right.
Every event had that except for the swim. They could have had that easily.
You're about to die.
The last thing I just want to say is Dave did a weekend review last week where he talked about the camps possibly going against each other.
Oh yeah, was there a clip on that?
I think he put a clip out. I don't know. Did he put a clip out?
He did. He put a clip out on Instagram. Cool.
He left out a lot of camps in the clip, and in the full version, because he just said proven mayhem and
HWPO.
and HWPO, and there's a lot more camps than that.
Yeah, your girl was busy last Monday night.
Yeah. And he also said, and what sucks about the weekend review is it happens like right as we get off the air.
Today, yeah.
Yeah, every Monday. Like we get done, and then I open up YouTube, and there's to upload, and boom, it comes out. Is he out now?
No, I was just looking. We had something in the private chat. It was Amy saying she had to go. I missed that.
And so, and then he also talked about trying to build an RV camp.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Let me see if he's out there.
The one thing I wanted to add and get your impressions on.
Yeah, no, not yet.
I talked to Heather Lawrence at MFC.
Say what?
I talked to Heather Lawrence at the MFC.
Okay.
She is the person, she's on the same level as Boz, but she is everything outside the ropes at the games, and he's everything inside the ropes. She told me the new regime is already planning all the way through 2027.
Oh, wow.
Which is the first time they've ever had the forethought to plan ahead.
I wonder what that means exactly. Like if is she talking venues and locations, or is she talking like rule books and
not in detail?
Okay.
Because we were having a general conversation about confidence in the new regime. And I was giving her my feelings, and she was saying, just know it's very different. Like we are, and it was more about the move to Fort Worth, why a venue where it's mostly inside, why. And I think it's that they want to be able to move it from town to town, just like Super Bowl, just like other big events. And then she said, just know we're in our last meeting, we got to all the way to 2027.
Wow, that's cool.
And that gave me a lot of hope and optimism if you're planning ahead that far, instead of by the seat of your pants every year, like it feels like.
Right.
So that was cool. I actually ran into her just as I like entered the venue on Friday morning, and we talked for probably a half hour.
Is she somewhat local to that area?
She's the one that lives in Athens.
Okay.
Ohio, here.
Cool that she was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about MFC.
Well, this isn't about MFC. This is about the games. Heather is the planner for the games.
But you talked to her at MFC.
As soon as you say I'm in Indiana, I shut down too. So it's all good.
So yeah, man, the first year we went to Fort Wayne, I felt like, man, this is a really cool community. Now where that venue is, like, and it's a great venue. So I'm not dogging the venue at all. Venue's awesome, modern, new. But man, trying to get something to eat.
Yeah, you don't get that feel.
And it just everything felt sketchy.
Yeah.
Like every place I went to get something to eat, or man. And I was, of course, last one out. It felt like most nights and stuff like that. So, because I had no Wi-Fi at the hotel, so I was trying to do as much as I could at the venue before I left.
I felt like too that the downtown location was just had a vibe to it.
Yeah, and
walking around the ballpark and all that stuff. And everywhere you went, like you ran into people that were from the competition.
Scooter gang in it all over town.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like we stayed at the Holiday Inn, Corey and I, across the street from the venue.
Yeah.
Like it's a 6-lane highway.
Right.
Like you could, like,
you're not strolling.
I drove because I thought I was going to die if I tried to cross the road.
Like
Judy showed up. Judy Reed.
Yeah.
She showed up to cheer on some of the people.
Very
and
cool.
she agreed the food situation for spectators could have been better. I will say, while there weren't a lot of choices at the concession stand at the venue, they were healthier than most places we've been in the past. Like even at the games, the concessions are hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos. This was turkey wraps, salads, things like that. So at least you could eat somewhat healthy.
Yeah.
And Corey says, Judy is awesome. That is all. And she is. You should all meet her. She's amazing.
And so is David.
So, well, I think that's all I have. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
I'll miss you guys next week.
I'm sure you
So
will.
you'll be gone Monday too, huh? So it's not just a weekend trip?
It is a 7-day trip. I'm gone. I'm not working for 10 days, which will be really nice. So Friday until the following Monday, I'll be off.
For $300 a piece.
less than $800 a person.
A month.
Wish me luck.
Yeah, let us know how the rooms look when you walk in.
Yeah, I'll give you a full review. I can't wait.
All right. Well, with that, we'll catch everybody next time.
No bueno.
Roundtable.
See
Bye,
ya.
guys.